Hi guys, it's Alia. Welcome back to my channel. I normally would say excuse the mess on my desk, but this time I'm coming in just to show you, kind of like to do a little catch up, see what I'm doing right now. Just basically a little chit chat and everything. But full disclosure, you're going to have to excuse the noise you're going to hear in the background because there's a little bit of construction going on downstairs in my kitchen. My husband thought it'd be a great idea to build a wall and put a door so that way the cats don't go into the kitchen, which I completely understand, but it's kind of funny at the same time because he put a screen door in and now he has to build the wall around it. But that's not here nor there. I just wanted to show you what I was doing, kind of like break down sort of how I get into a new project. And I just started a new project today, and I thought, might as well show, kind of like what my process is behind it. Now, it does vary from project to project, but for this project, this is what I'm doing. But normally, it's kind of the same. So basically, let me just reach out over here. I have already printed out my papers, cut them down, put them in the order that I want to put them into. It is, as you can see, is going to be a 2-signature journal again. So after I've done this, I do the ephemera. So I've printed out all my ephemera here. And the little kit comes with tags and circles. I did print only one sheet of circles only because I don't have a punch that's this big, so I have to hand cut each circle. And I'm not the best at fussy cutting things, so I decided only to print out one sheet, which is fine. I mean, there's quite a number of circles here. But for the tags, I printed out 3 sheets. So, I'll have 3 of every single tag. And then what I do is I cut them out and put them aside, but I also like to make my own ephemera too, because sometimes kits don't come with ephemera, and but they're really pretty. And then you're always kind of left wondering, well, what do I do for ephemera? I make my own. And basically, these are all the pages of the kit that I just showed you, but I shrunk them down and I made them into a size that I want. So, like, just for example, I mean, these aren't the 2 pages that go together, but basically the page would have been like this. And then I shrink it down to the size that I want for each and then cut it in half. I round the corners. You can do whatever you want. But now see, look how much more ephemera, I don't know what I just said, it gives you. So that way, you can always make your own if either it doesn't come with enough or it doesn't come with any. Here's a good way of making ephemera. So now once I have all that cut out, I start in on like the pockets and the tuck spots. And unfortunately, I didn't think about turning on the camera until now, and I've made some of the stuff already. But what I want to do is I want to put envelopes as tuck spots. So, I'll glue down this side, and this side, and then that will leave a tuck in the back. When I cut down the paper of the envelopes, it always leaves a strip after. I always save it, and then you can use it as extra journaling space inside the envelope. And then, of course, as you can see, I just ran some crocheted trim here, added a nice button, and now I have 4 envelopes. And then I'll put 2 in each signature. So that'll be one type of tuck spot, and then also pocket. Then what I did was I made all the little triangle pieces. I did 2 already. These are from 2 smaller sheets, because when I cut off pages or cut down pages, a lot of times I have something like this left over. I don't throw them away. This is what I use to make the triangles. So for this one, I am loving that fiber that I don't know how many videos back, but it was all this fiber from a rag rug that I found at the flea market. I mean, tons and tons. I have a whole tote full. And every time since then, every journal I'm working on, I'll pull out some fibers that kind of go with the journal. So I picked out these 2. And as I'm doing it, see, like I'm cutting pieces. So I cut pieces, I glued it down. I do use my hot glue for a lot of these type of things. I put a strip of the crocheted trim there, and then I have a little butterfly in the middle. And I have these little butterfly die cuts, and they're all from my friend Alicia. She has, she always sends me all these little die cut pieces, and I love using them in, well, for example, like this, because I don't want to use too many buttons, because then I feel like inside the journal it makes it too bumpy. Whereas I've already have the buttons for this, I want to try something different, so why not use the little butterfly pieces? So I just cut down little pieces of the fibers, the material, kind of dress it up, making a little collage. So that will be 2 of the tucks. Then I just finished this one, but this is going to be one of the top tucks. So this will be at the top of the page rather than at the bottom. Or, you know, I mean, I could either way. And again, see some of the fiber. And what I did on this one, actually, I'll show you here. See, I kind of ruffled it up and I sewed it to make one of the fabric ruffles and attached it just like this. So I think that'll be really cute. And then, you know, you'll tuck something up under here. So that's what I'm working on now. But I also have some of these Rolodex cards, which again, what I'll do is, you know, I'll probably ink the edges up. I'll probably, you know, use some of the fiber, or I'll you know, find something to kind of dress it up with, and then that will make other tuck spots. And then, let's see, lastly, what I want to do is these, when I was cutting down the ephemera, I had some strips, and I actually have some more set aside, but what I thought, and this was my thought, is I'm going to make kind of like a tag. You see how I've rounded just the bottoms, but left the top, you know, regular. What I'll do kind of again is something maybe like this, and that would be a journaling card. So I'll sew something up here, I'll probably ink around the edges, and then here you have a whole place to write on. So these are some little things that I kind of like, my brainstorming that I go through, and how I kind of come up with different ways. But I also do watch a lot of other YouTube channels and, you know, try to pull inspiration from them as well, because I think everybody out there is so talented. And maybe there's somebody doing something that I really like and that, you know, I can grab inspiration from and sort of kind of cater it to the project I'm working on at the time. But, and also, oh, I have some more things that I want to show you. I don't know if I'll definitely use these corners in this journal, but when I was cutting down a sheet, I cut off all the corners because the rest I wasn't able to use. But they can, see, they'll make nice little tuck spots. So it's possible that I might use it in this journal because it kind of goes well with, like, the theme of that. And I forgot this one. In the last journal I made, this was under a pile of something else I was working on, and I didn't get to put this one in the journal, but I don't think it will go with this journal. But again, I like to keep all these little corners and tuck spots sort of to the side of my desk, and if I need to use one of them, then I definitely do. So, I mean, like I was saying, this isn't really a tutorial. This is more of like a kind of what am I working on right now, and just my whole brainstorming process of how I, you know, get everything together in my journal making process. So I hope you found this kind of informative. I'd love it if you took some inspiration from it. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.